Hello guys, welcome back. Today we have our first video voted by my members in my YouTube channel. As promised, I did put out a poll to all of my Spider and Zodiac members, and they did get to choose which video I should work on next, and they decided to choose this one. So before I get started, just want to quickly shout out all of my members. Thanks again for deciding to support the channel. And for those of you who haven't become a member, definitely consider becoming a member. I've been having a lot of fun interacting with all my members on Discord, which even if you don't become a member, check out my Discord. I'll leave a link down below. But yeah, all of my members so far have been pretty excited with all of the perks that I've added. This week, we are going to be doing the raffle for the Miku Nakano figure, which all of my members, just by being a member, are included into that raffle. And then the following week, on September the 15th, we will be giving away the Akira Box Set. So if anyone's interested in that Akira Box Set, definitely consider becoming a member. It's a box set that Rightstuf is providing as a giveaway to my members, and they are going to be providing perks, monthly perks, which my Zodiacs will be getting to vote on which perk we'll be getting each month. So yeah, if any of that sounds exciting to you guys, definitely consider becoming a member. But yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and get started into my manga reading log for August. And this stack right here, this is not the only manga I've read. This is actually just one series. And if you guys remember, I unboxed a pretty popular series a couple of weeks ago. And in that unboxing, I mentioned that I would try to read at least one volume every 2 days of this series. And that series is One Piece. So in the month of August, I read all the way volumes 1 through 12. I have 12 on the top here because this is the one that I'm currently reading. But yeah, I've decided to stick with it. I don't think I might have missed 1 or 2 days, so I'm behind a little bit, but overall I'm happy with what I was able to read. I basically got through the whole East Blue arc because all of these do say East Blue, and then volume 12 is the first one that goes into the Baroque Works arc. So technically I could just give you guys a little mini review of what I thought of the East Blue arc. So I'm gonna put this one away. Won't talk too much about volume 12 since I'm almost done with volume 12, but I will mainly be talking about the East Blue arc because I finished it in its entirety. And some of you guys might be surprised, but I didn't love One Piece. I don't love it yet so far. I mean, I think it's fun. It's definitely a fun series. I get that sense of adventure every time that I'm reading it. I have fun reading it, but it's not one that I'm super in love with as of now. But it is one that I do want to continue reading, and I feel like eventually I may end up loving it, especially from what I've heard as you continue the series. They just say that it keeps getting better and better. And yeah, that's very much true because even with the East Blue arc, as I went through each of the mini arcs in this series, I did like each one more than the last. And the cool thing about the East Blue arc is that it basically introduces us into each one of the original Straw Hat crew. So basically in the first volume, we're introduced into Luffy. Then immediately after, we're introduced to Zoro, which becomes the first Straw Hat member. Although we don't get too much of his backstory here, I feel like there's still some more to be told for Zoro's backstory. Although I guess we still have a lot of time for that. There's like, what, 65 volumes still left that I have to read. But yeah, then we got introduced into Zoro, then Usopp, and then Nami, which Nami's backstory here in the Arlong Park arc has been my favorite backstory that they've told so far. I really enjoyed that storyline with her and her sister, and just that what happened with her, I guess her foster mother, that stuff, that was like the darkest that One Piece has gotten so far, and I just really enjoyed that. But yeah, those were the original Straw Hat members. Oh, and how could I forget Sanji? So there was a little mini arc there as well with Sanji, which was very enjoyable as well. I loved the whole restaurant in the middle of the sea thing going on there, and I liked the backstory that he had with the chef. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I'm always bad with names, so I don't remember the cook's name, but I enjoyed their relationship, and I'm curious to see if he'll ever make an appearance again later in the story. But yeah, those were the main cast of the Straw Hats. But yeah, now going into the villains, with each introduction of a new Straw Hat member, we were also introduced into a new villain. And with Zoro, we got introduced to Captain Morgan, which I actually really did enjoy him. I thought he was a pretty cool looking villain. And the cool thing as well is that in the beginning of each chapter, you kind of have like a little mini arc going on in the background. And after they defeated Captain Morgan, we actually got to see his progression after the fact, and sort of him being arrested and then escaping. And I guess that means that we're gonna see him again in the future. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going on there. But yeah, I like Captain Morgan. After Captain Morgan, when we got introduced to, we actually got introduced to Nami next here. We actually ran into Buggy the Clown, which so far has the best character design as far as villain goes. I always have a thing for clowns. I like the Joker, I like Hisoka. So of course, I also did like Buggy the Clown. Then with Usopp, we got Captain Kuru. I think his name was Captain Kuru. He's kind of like a cat man. He's really fast. He was pretty interesting character as well. He did the smartest villain so far. I think he's one of those super cautious guys, and he had been planning a way to, he was a pirate in the past, and he was trying to plan a way to get out of the pirate life. And I know I said that Nami's backstory was pretty dark, but this one was pretty dark as well, because he was trying to become the sole successor of the richest family in this island where Usopp is from. So he was basically became the butler of this family, and he killed the parents, if I remember correctly, and all that was left was a young girl. I forget her name as well. Like I said, I'm bad with names, but she was the last person that he had to get through, and he had a plan to basically hypnotize her and make her sign a will that transferred all of their riches over to him. But of course, Luffy's team came into the picture, and things didn't necessarily go according to plan for him. But yeah, if they hadn't showed up in that island, he basically would have gotten all of that money for himself. But thankfully he did, and we got Usopp onto the team, which I'm glad he is, because I really do enjoy his character, and I'm excited to see him grow within the Straw Hats. So next up, we go into Sanji's arc. So there we were introduced to Don Krieg, which was probably the weakest villain for me. I don't know why, I just didn't enjoy him very much. But I will say that during this arc, we were introduced to Mihawk, which to me has probably been the most interesting villain in all of East Blue. I don't know if he really is a villain, because later we do see him talk to Shanks, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's one of the good guys. But that fight between Shanks and Mihawk, I thought that was one of the coolest fight scenes so far, because so far, all this time we had seen Zoro be really badass, basically going up against anyone and always beating them, groups of people. But here, Mihawk shows up, and Mihawk just shows up with a little tiny sword, and he basically takes on Zoro and defeats him. So yeah, I'm really excited to see him in the future. Yeah, Mihawk so far has been the most interesting villain. And then finally, as I've already mentioned, my favorite arc so far was the Arlong Park arc, and here we were introduced to Arlong. So he is a fishman, and apparently fishmen are like 10 times stronger than humans or something like that. So he has been the most powerful villain that our team has been up against. So yeah, he was probably my second favorite villain behind Mihawk. I'm pretty sure Mihawk could probably take him down though, based off of what I've seen. But yeah, I guess that's everything I have to say about the East Blue arc. I am really enjoying it. I can't wait to see what they experience now that they're in the Grand Line. So yeah, let's go on to the next series, which I was actually reading alongside One Piece to begin with. So when I was reading the first 6 volumes of One Piece, after I would finish one volume, I would actually go on and read a volume of Chainsaw Man. So I've actually read through the first 5 volumes of Chainsaw Man, and man, I have to say, as I was reading Chainsaw Man alongside One Punch Man, I was actually enjoyed Chainsaw Man a lot more. And I don't know if it's because it's a seinen and I'm just kind of more gravitated toward the more mature things in manga, but this one just had a lot of blood and gore, and I just enjoyed the heck out of it. Although I will say, The first 2 volumes for me personally were a little bit slow. I actually wasn't enjoying it as much, but once I got after that Eternity Devil or Demon, which I think happened in volume 3. Yeah, this guy right here, man, just look at all of that gory, awesome artwork. Doesn't it look beautiful? So yeah, once I got past that part, whoops, that was pretty gross. But once we got past that, that's when the story kind of just went to the next level. And since then, it's basically been nonstop action and suspense, and I've been enjoying it a lot. So yeah, you guys don't need me to convince you to read this one. I'm pretty sure you guys have already read it, and I can't wait for the anime. I think the anime will cover up to like the first 6 volumes, so they're gonna show a lot of great stuff in that first season, and I'm pretty sure it's just gonna blow up even more. People that don't read manga are gonna eat this stuff up, and I can't wait to see it. So yeah, Chainsaw Man is awesome. Let's move on to the next series, which, man, I just read a bunch of great stuff this month. These next 2 are series that I usually read as soon as I get them, and they're both volume 5s, and they're volume 5s of some of my favorite manga currently ongoing right now. These both are in my top 10, and I think they still will be after my next top 10 after 10 videos, so I guess you guys will have to wait and see, but I'm loving the heck out of these series. These are both series that are very easy to read. You can pick them up and finish 1 volume in about 20 minutes or less. And I don't know why, I just find it really refreshing to read one of these mangas every now and then. So you guys can see here, there's just huge text here, so it makes it really easy and quick to read. And yeah, this Gigant, if you guys haven't, I've already talked about it before. And in case you haven't heard me talk about Gigant in the past, it's basically about this girl here on the cover who in the past she was a porn star, but now recently she has gained the power to basically become a giant anytime she wishes by using this device that she got from some sort of alien being. But in the past volume 4, they did wish a I guess they called them gods of destructions into existence, and Papiko ended up defeating them because she was trying to protect her boyfriend, her high school boyfriend, which is kind of a controversy with this manga, but I don't mind it. I find it still enjoyable to read. But yeah, after that event, the government took notice of her and they basically took ownership of her. So now they're kind of dealing, I guess her and her boyfriend are trying to deal with that, and how basically now, before she was already famous, but now that the government has ownership of her and everybody has their eyes on her, now she's just blown up even more. So they kind of have to deal with that, and that's kind of what's going on now with volume 5, and I think that's what they're going to focus on moving forward. But yeah, this one has a few volumes left. I think it's going up to volume 10, so at least there's a few more volumes of Gigant to look forward to. However, Raw Hero unfortunately did not get that same treatment, and it will be ending with the next volume, volume 6. And that is a true shame because I'm actually enjoying Raw Hero more than Gigant, because I don't know, I just enjoy the characters here more. I like the romance going on between Chiaki and Mariko, and just overall I find this one to be a more enjoyable read, just because it has more humor into it. I always laugh my butt off when reading one of these volumes. There's always a scene that makes me laugh out loud. And volume 5 in particular, I love that scene when in the beginning of this volume. I can pull up to that scene, but yeah, it's basically here right in the beginning. But they're basically trying to one-up each other, and Mariko sees that Mihono starts to feed Chiaki, and I guess she's just oblivious to this whole romance thing, and she just, in her head, comes to the conclusion that that's normal, that's what kids are doing these days, and she tries to do that herself. But yeah, I don't know why, I just found this to be hilarious. And then later she does go a little bit too far, Mihono does, and then just drama starts from there. But yeah, Raw Hero at this point is just a very mature romantic comedy, and a very entertaining one at that. So if anyone is interested, likes rom-com, and doesn't mind very mature content, definitely give this one a try. I think you will really enjoy it. I just personally don't know how they're going to wrap up the romance between Mariko and Chiaki in one more volume. So just gonna have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, so far up to volume 5, I am still enjoying it. And I guess now I just have to wait for the last volume. So yeah, those were the next 2 series that I read. They were quick reads, so very quick, very easy to read those 2 volumes. And then the last one, which is sadly the last volume in the series, which is very sad because I really would like to continue reading this series as it is one of my favorites right now. And that is the Quintessential Quintuplets Volume 14. You guys know I love this series. I've talked about it several times. They're actually my most popular videos on YouTube are from the Quintessential Quintuplets, that full color edition manga in specific. But here we have the final volume. I finally made it to the end. I know who Futaro ends up with. And I don't know if you guys know, so I won't spoil it. But for me, I was content with the ending of this storyline. I think the last girl, the girl that he chose, made a lot of sense. And I was actually happy for her at the end, as well as for Futaro. And yeah, I also love that scene at the end when we have all of the girls in the wedding dress. So we do get to see them all in a wedding dress if you guys want to see that. However, they do all look identical, and I like how Futaro kind of explained how he can differentiate between all of the sisters now. So that scene was really nice. I really enjoyed that part of this last volume, and that's all I'll say about this because it is the last volume, and if I say any more, I feel like I might just spoil it. So yeah, Quintessential Quintuplets, love it. I'm glad to own the complete series, and I will be buying also the box set. So once I get the box sets, I will probably either give away or sell off the single volumes that I have. But yeah, pretty cool spine here too. This is the first one where we have the rainbow text, so I thought it looks really nice. And yeah, the reason I wanted to end it off with the Quintessential Quintuplets is because this past week, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I did already stop accepting entries into my Miku Nakano Pop Up Parade raffle. So right now we're gonna go ahead and show who the winner was for those. We got about 32 entries. So let me put this to the side and bring the figure here front and center. And the winner for this figure is King of Warriors. So congratulations. He is a YouTube member, which actually all of the entries for this one came from my YouTube members. So again, for this raffle, you could have just entered by paying $2 to me directly through PayPal, or you could just become a member and you will get entries into any future raffles. So King of Warriors, he is, I believe, yeah, he is a Zodiac member, so he got 5 entries, and that did pay off for him as he did win the grand prize. And I say grand prize because I actually had one of my Zodiac members graciously donate 2 additional figures for this first raffle, and that was Compa Collectibles. He did donate these 2 My Hero Academia figures for second and third place winners. So we are also going to choose a second and third place winner here. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to remove King of Warriors names from the wheel, and I'm also going to remove Compa Collectibles because he did ask that if he didn't win the grand prize to just remove his name from these entries. So going to remove both of those names, and now we will choose a new winner for second place, which is this Shigaraki Funko Pop, which is a really awesome Funko Pop. It is also a Galactic Toys exclusive or collectibles exclusive. So I don't know what that means. I don't collect many Funko Pops, so I don't know if this one is pretty valuable now. But the winner for this one is Ayo Lamrabet. So sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. It's kind of a hard name to pronounce. But surprisingly, he is actually just joined recently as a hunter. So he only had one entry into this giveaway, and that paid off for him because with just one entry, he did end up winning this Shigaraki Funko Pop. So awesome for you, man. You had really good luck there. So congratulations. Just reach out to me on Discord, send me a message, and just send me your address and I will send these over your way. Same thing with the Miku Nakano. So now let's move on to the last figure here, which is this Uraraka Funimation 2020 exclusive, which has her helmet on there. So it's a really nice looking figure as well. I believe this is the first time I see her with the helmet. Usually she doesn't have it on. So again, that's just what you get with this exclusive Funko Pop. So the winner for this one ended up being Nike Tech. So Nike Tech, awesome, man. You actually won something during this first fat raffle. He actually is a Zodiac member. He started off as a Spider, but he loved everything that I had to offer and he decided to upgrade to a Zodiac tier. And then on top of that, he bought in 3 additional entries. So that paid off for him. He ended up winning this Uraraka Funko Pop. So awesome, man. He is from Brazil though. But he talked to me about this really cool online platform called Ship It To, which is basically you get a mailing address that you can ship things to. So I can ship this to that mailing address, which is like a warehouse that then sends items wherever they want anywhere else in the world. So we're gonna try that out with this, and if it works out, I'll let you guys know. That way I can do future raffles international, and all I have to do is just ship it to that Ship It To warehouse. So that's something pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited to see how that works out. So I'm kind of glad that he did win something here so that we can test that out. So yeah, that concludes my first raffle. Again, if you guys are interested in future raffles, I plan to do one of these once a month. And if you're interested to find out what figure I'm going to be giving away next month, definitely go and join the Discord because I probably will be announcing it there within the next few days. It might even be a statue. So if that interests you, go check out my Discord and you will find out some more details coming soon. So yeah, again, thanks for everybody that joined the raffle, pretty much all of my members. Thanks, guys. And I also hope you guys enjoyed my reading log. Been reading a lot of stuff, and then for this next month, my plan, I'm hoping to at least get through the Baroque Works arc in one piece, as well as some other series, just to have some variety like we did with this reading log. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are subscribed and you enjoy my content, definitely consider joining my membership program. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.